These are some of my sketchbooks, and what is in here is something nobody's seen before. And I'm going to share these secrets with you all, except with you, Brandon. No, I just lied, I don't even know Brandon. What kind of art style do I have? I've heard Tim Burton before, I heard David Firth before, I heard that idiot who can't draw before. I've heard it all, but it's typically Fru's. It's mine, and if you like Tim Burton, all the other weirder artists, you will probably love my stuff. You can watch the first part on YouTube and the second part on Netflix. Okay, the Netflix part was a lie. But in all seriousness, welcome, I am Fruz. This will be a pretty chill, low-paced video. If you like to see some artwork, some sketches, the thoughts behind it, this is the video for you. And now I'm going to start with a random sketchbook and talk about it. I always try to paint them or decorate them in some way. This one is from 2020, or at least I started this one in 2020. I think the concept of time is fascinating, so I try to illustrate something with an hourglass and a clock. This was the base and the start about a nightmare I had. This was about a baby controlling a mother from the womb. I tried to make an animation out of it. Some parts are nice, some parts aren't. I want to redo it. Start of a monster, a frog and a fly, a Victorian lady. I love the Victorian era. It's something you will see quite a lot, I think. Mushroom man. A lot of drawings, scenes are sketch first. A rough concept and I redraw it later. This was again about the nightmare. The nightmare, okay. It was about a lady who got pregnant, but her baby turned into stone. Was able to control her out from the womb. It was like a hole in her belly. The baby was sticking out and it would never be born. And it took over the mother and everybody saw her as a monster. But she wasn't really a monster. The people around her were a monster. And it was so disturbing and mind-fucking. But it's a cool story and I want to redo it someday. Character, robot, character. Oh, this was a concept for a music album that I want to make once. Not my music, but like it would be cool for something like Mew or something. One of my favorite composers. I use his music quite a lot. I don't recall this one. This is an adult and the child part is leaving him. He has a suitcase and I made that suitcase in real life, which is pretty cool. Oh, this was the bigger design of the suitcase. Something else that I love is giving life to lifeless objects such as suitcases. Now it has a face. It is pretty sad, it is broken, and we try to fix it with a bandage. I loved it. I love stuff like that. This was for a collab. Oh, this is the revision of the piano guy for the Mew album that I wanted to do one time. Maybe the music is on the background right now. I'm not sure. Editor me, is it? We will see. It was for the collab. Ah, this has to be the first concept of my moon guy that I made. He's a child right here. This was for the collab, a close-up for the collab. Okay, a sugar cane guy. L-I. A clown. Oh, this clown was the base of this creature that I made. Another clown. Some character studies. Ah, this was another creature. This was the base of this creature. The eyes are made out of marble and her head is made out of polymer clay. Other ones. As you can see, most of my stuff is just messing around and seeing if I can do anything. This probably is during COVID, a guy with toilet paper filming himself. My character, Fruus. Okay, first one. This is the second one. Another one from 2020. This is from my sculpture To the Moon and Back. Another sketch. It looks quite different, but it's nice to see the progress. Random character. Another one of time. I love stuff about time, demons, stuff how I feel or how I see things. Since I'm certainly not the only one who sees stuff in a certain way, and I want to share my vision with the world so other people can relate and feel less alone. That's what I want to do. So I try to find my style and try to articulate myself as clear as possible. It's something cool. More moon stuff. More moon stuff. A cat with a crown. These were sketches for a mural that I want to do. SpongeBob. This is probably for the digital art piece about him. Fruus. This was a sticker concept. A guy calling. Oh, this one is in color. Probably a background for one of my videos. This brings back some sad memories for me. I've never talked about this, but I had a collab with the Amazing, or I have one. I asked them, hey man, can you voice some lines for me for my latest YouTube video? He wanted to do it, and he just recorded, but my script was kinda trashy. It was unprofessional, I was just starting, and he wasn't really that satisfied with the script. Which I understand, since it sucked, and I heard him struggle, and I felt so incredibly bad to waste his time. I tried to finish it, work harder on the animation, wasn't really satisfied with the results, and eventually I didn't do it, since I felt way too bad. I rather made nothing instead of something bad. I put so many hours into that project already, and it's still nothing. So I'm not sure if I'm going to finish it one day. It's just sad how it went. It's my fault. I was in a bad mind space back in those days, and that certainly didn't help my motivation. And I kinda stopped with animations from that point on, in that style. So yeah, maybe one day I will finish it, but probably not. I just passed some other character sketches that I worked out into real drawings afterwards. But as you can see, I'm just trying to figure out what can I do with these. What do they speak to me? This guy in the mirror, looking in the mirror, he's looking sad, his mirror reflection is looking happy. Maybe a bit too much on the nose. Oh, this one. I remember a story about a scientist trying to put somebody in a jack-in-the-box and trying to keep him alive without limbs, and he's just a guy to laugh at, so he's alive, but just a horrible concept. I really liked it in a way, maybe to write a story about someday. But yeah, that's something I started. Other concepts. Oh, this one is cute. Another demon inside his mind. Another demons. A robot. I really like robots. House. The inside of a house. Oh, this one is cool. My interpretation of one of the ghosts. This is another planet for perhaps another sculpture. I want to baby Pluto as well, the smallest planet of our solar system. It's not really a planet anymore. He's kinda, yeah. Oh no, it is a Saturn. No, I remember. Oh, that's so sad. Yeah, this was a design for a baby planet with a toy rocket ship. A chunkier one. Oh, this was a concept. Not in my art style, but how will we decorate the living room? It's something like that. I have no idea what this is. Probably the measurement of my head. I think this is based on the merchandise of Cold Ones. I really liked it and I wanted to try to draw it. Yeah, and I finished it in 2021. I've got some drawings who fell out. This sock puppet that I like quite a lot. This is missing some line art. This doesn't even have line art. And this is a walking TV. My sticker bomb one. I started this one in 2018, 2019. Okay, a lot of characters. Doorway, another robot, another house. Character. This guy is burning alive. A living rock. I like to lick the dust off the floor. A pretty lady. Fragile. Oh, I like this one. I like this. Another robot with the stickers fragile. I like it. A slimmer robot. Another robot. A sad guy. A baby. It's a baby. Stretch. I think this was something Inktober related. That I had to draw something every day for a month. No. This is just random stuff. The Grimm. The Grimm is something that you will see quite a lot in my artwork as well. Greg Kowalski. Alright. Alright, pretty dark. Pretty dark. This is kind of goofy. Pencil one. The Blake. Another monster. I really try a lot of stuff. This is something that comes out of his ass. A Frenchman. A puppet. Puppet masters and puppets, something I love as well. Sorry, lost my head. A lot of stuff that's in my mind will go into these sketchbooks in some way or another. So, sorry I lost my head is something I've heard or I read somewhere, and I was like, hey, it reminds me of this. I think it was related to someone who was confused about something, and I saw it like that. Oh, this was another nightmare I had. I tried to draw this character in coffee. It was about a blind giant inside of a house who tried to capture me. And with giant, I mean somebody who is, I don't know, 3 times my size or something. And this was a close-up of his face. I don't see these characters the way I portray them. I just portray them the way they feel to me, which is pretty scary. Another guy talking to his demons. What is this? What you hiding? What you hiding? Give up! Another nightmare, a demon on the stair. I just vaguely remember a demon sitting on the stair, and I wanted to go to it, and the nightmare was over. But this was the thing I've kind of saw, and yeah, I have a lot of nightmares. Most nightmares aren't possible to draw, since it's not scary to somebody else. At the moment itself, it's terrifying. But if you just tell somebody after, it's really not that scary. Like, it's a hit or miss, but it really sucks. I can tell you that. I like this one. Oh, this is the dog. I think this was for a competition for Detective Pikachu. Design a poster, and this was a sketch. I might have competed with it, but foolish enough, not in my own art style. Oh, this was from another nightmare I had, and this one was the scariest I've ever had, probably. I made a little animation of it. I should probably reboot it, but I hated it. Not bad. I think I used these in another video of mine, and this one as well. Some experimental stuff. Oh, this one. Well, I was friends with somebody on Instagram one day, and she asked me, hey, can you make something about the Great Depression? I want to use it for my school thing. And I was like, yeah, sure, I will try something. And these were my sketches. I made 2 drawings. I sent it, not physically, just a picture, and I've never heard of her ever again. I don't know what happened. I was working at the factory one day, and when I got home, I had that creepy vibe still in my head. And I wanted to create something that felt like the factory, something more fantasy-like. This is what I came up with. I was looking for a logo, but I just went with my autograph instead, after all these years. Fighting Time is a drawing I finished. More logo styles. I was doing a collab with somebody one day, and this was what I used to explain what I wanted to do. I want to combine some of the monsters. I think this is Spider-Man or something. Some concepts for monsters. This one has a teddy bear, that's so cute. This was a Draw in My Style challenge. And these were my sketches. This is the end of my sketchbook. Well, I wasn't lying. Be sure to let me know what you want, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Do you think we got it? This is the setup I'm going for. B cam, A cam, light, 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 and me sitting on the floor looking at the art. This is trippy as hell. Okay, and the mic's setup seems excellent.